What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to another Rusted Warfare video. In today's video, we decided to do something a little different. Set up a 2v2, where basically my ally is a hard AI. We're fighting two hard AIs. And I set the playback speed to 150%, so hopefully it, stays somewhat entertaining. But this is a pretty cool map called Manipulation. I believe it was added in the latest update. I quite enjoy it. I played it a couple times in the past with one of my friends. Yeah, so let's see how this goes. I figured right off the bat I would try and take some more forward extractors just to deny them from the other AI as much as to kind of get myself some more income. I'm going to go ahead and set up some defenses right off the bat. As someone suggested to me before, good idea to set up repair bay right away, as it does help build everything else. In addition to repairing things, of course. Here I decided I would take a forward extractor. Once again, to deny income. Also, this, I didn't so much think I would be able to hold it, more as it was just for temporary income and to kind of slow down the AI and see what they were doing. Give me a little bit of a heads up. So I actually wanted to hold this position here where I'm building everything else. That was kind of what I was counting on. From my experience, generally the AI won't try and sneak around your defenses too much. If there's like a clear open path, as there is in this map, they'll just generally try and attack through there, even with air units. So they're already starting to send out some stuff. I guess another benefit of having an AI on my team that's the same level as their team consists of is I can kind of have an idea of what they'll be doing and like how far along they are in terms of extractors, what structures they have, etc. So my forward extractor here ends up going down, but again, it showed me that, okay, they're having artillery, they have some air units, so I should probably prepare for that. So I set up a laser shield that can help deal with the artillery while I upgrade my land factory. I'm going to be going for some heavy tanks, which are one of my favorites. Pretty solid unit overall, in my opinion. Remember to overclock my extractors here. I'm just using the turret a little bit for some assistance. I wanted to kill the artillery, but my main goal was to also keep my units alive for now. I didn't want to be losing stuff if I could avoid it. Going some amphibious jets here, because of course I have to now. They're pretty sweet. After I get a dropship, of course. Dropship to take the extractors behind the main base. Because builders can't get up the cliffs. Actually, that's another thing I forgot to mention in my overview videos, but the dropship can go up cliffs obviously just fine. It flies, and then the landing craft cannot. It's really good at just going over water, basically. That's why I usually end up building dropships. I'm just dealing with some more artillery here, which I'm actually thankful for because they're a little bit weaker. So far it's been honestly pretty weak units, mostly like tier 1 land factory stuff and tier 1 air factory, which isn't too hard to deal with, especially with a couple tier 2 turrets, a laser shield, and a repair bay set up already. I'm gonna get 2 more extractors and a couple fabricators going. Just to raise my income a little bit. Because 2 is nice, but 4 is a lot better. My ally here doing some work, bothering them, scouting for me. It's appreciated. At some points I did try and help him out a little bit. Him, them, whatever. I don't know. A good ally though. I get some anti-air because I was mostly doing ground, but alright, so we got the income up and running. I was gonna upgrade fabricators here, but I was like, oh well, might as well upgrade the extractors first. Makes more sense. More return on your investment a lot sooner as well. So that's another thing that's been nerfed, is fabricators used to be cheaper and have a shorter build time, but I feel it's very justified raising both of those to where they are currently. Even still, people still sometimes start games getting a couple extractors and then just building nothing but fabricators. I've been known to do this. for better or worse. Since I have a pretty good idea of what that bottom AI has, because my ally, I'm putting together a little force of mostly heavy tanks, amphibious jets, a couple artillery, a couple laser tanks, and I think eventually I get a AA missile tank in there. But also, so what I was trying to do here was take out the extractor that's right there, just to make them rebuild it, basically. Lose income for a little bit. I didn't want to go in and fight the command quite yet, as I might have been able to take it, but I didn't want to lose my whole army, so I'm gonna back off for now. Once again, because they're sending the units in rather piecemeal, easy to deal with. Just hung out under the repair base for a little while, let my army heal up. I do kind of enjoy that fact that repair base can basically just repair everything. Doesn't really matter what it is. It's kind of nice. Along with helping build, they really are quite a strong building. I think eventually I'll make a building overview series, but I'll have to get to the units first. Which we will. Be continuing that tomorrow. So starting to feel like I had maybe enough here to go ahead and try and attempt to take out one of the AIs, especially since they've been fighting with us basically the whole game, and on less income than we have, since we've had our middle extractors and they have not this whole time. So I figured eventually we would just have more units, as you know, that's kind of how resources in these games work. You get more money, you build more stuff. Makes it easier. At least that's how I like to play anyway. My micro and like multitasking is not the greatest, so I just kind of like to hang out in macro and then get a big army, try and win that way. Go ahead and build some mech factories here. I haven't covered any of those yet, but those are among my favorite units. There's a lot of good units in this game, to be honest. There's a lot of questionable ones, but there's a lot of great ones too. So it makes it a lot of fun, I think. I also do like the fact that there's no heroes. You know, I've been known to enjoy my fair share of like MOBAs and other stuff, but I like good old RTS as well. So here we're going ahead and trying to basically cripple this AI. I think to totally kill him, we would have to wipe out like every builder and every production building that he has, I believe is how it works. Which I wasn't quite looking to do. I was mostly just looking to take out the command, take out the majority of his stuff. Kind of just make it a little easier from that on. So we're basically only fighting 1 or 1.5. As you can say, I figured just in case I get an anti-nuke defense, because I have had the AI use nukes against me before. I forgot about it, so I actually used to play with nukes off a lot, but I kind of enjoy having them on every now and then. I think one of the main reasons why I would usually have them off is because I like building like carriers or other, like the spiders or something, and then if those blow up and destroy my own stuff, I wouldn't generally be too happy about it. But I mean, it's understandable, but I do like that's the setting you can toggle. So here again, just knocking down most of the stuff. The cliffs are a little tricky to get to for a bunch of tanks, but I do have a couple heavy artillery in there. Do I work on that? And I figured I'd start making some plasma mechs. These are another one of my favorite units. I don't necessarily think they're one of the best units, I just quite enjoy them. I don't know if it's like the animations or they're like pretty solid stats. They're good against air and ground. Pretty nice overall. And with some of those coming, I figure it's probably about time to begin working down our remaining opponent here. checking on down here, make sure that heavy artillery is still going. Checking, I didn't actually know until starting my series, but that actually has among one of the longest ranges of ground units in the game. At least I haven't covered experimental units yet, so those probably have some. I think the experimental tank has a pretty good range, but the heavy artillery is no joke for ground sieges. But maybe you can see why here I like plasma mechs so much, just because once you start to get a number of them, especially against rather underwhelming defenses, they just kind of start to destroy everything. And they do have superior range on like all your average low tier units, except for the artillery, so. I do think maybe like minigun mechs or general overall for like pushing through defenses, and like flame mechs are just very, very good anti-ground that heal themselves. But I like the plasma mechs just for the ability to also attack air, I guess. But yeah, that's about the end of the game. I hope everyone enjoyed. I'll see you all next time.